Welcome to Wine Vault TV, New Zealand's most passionate wine program, and we're going to do something that's about as New Zealand as Kathmandu, and it's Marlborough Sauvignon. The first one is the Wine Growers of Arrow Resolute 2007 Marlborough Sauvignon, and I just wanted to kind of quell the pretty much the idea, or push the idea that New Zealand Sauvignon cannot be drunk after kind of like 2-3 years. Now, the Wine Growers of Arrow are a huge project in the kind of like around the Dark River kind of area, and they've got this amazing kind of architectural kind of winery, and I think they've got about 1,400 hectares of land, but only 400 planted, and they do a Pinot Noir, and I think they just do a Pinot Noir and Sauvignon Blanc, but 2 levels for each, and you get kind of almost a gooseberry passion fruit mixed with a bit of grass. If you pummel it up in your little pestle and mortar, that's what I'm getting there, but that gooseberry. Get a nice rich kind of textural, although I've got to say slightly hot now. It's come through and it's started to burn my tongue a bit, which is pretty uncool, but apart from that, the rest of it was really good. It was nice and textural and kind of almost a bit of flintiness there, as well as that kind of fruit, and finished really nice and dry, which is a complaint of mine, that they leave too much residual sugar in Marlborough Sauvignon. So hang on. Yep. What? There's some on the shelf. And the next one is the Hanosoff 2007 Marlborough Savvy. Let's just rinse the glass out. Now, your Hanosoff have got this amazing underground cellar that they have, and all the fruit's hand-picked, and just, you know, when you go to the winery, it's just how you imagine a winery should be. There's a nice little cellar door, and you can try all the kind of wines, and they're just really nice and pleasant, unlike a few experiences we've had down in Marlborough. Jeez, you get gooseberry and passion fruit, and that's pretty much all I get off the nose, and it's quite intense. It's just like some guys just run up to you and just shoved a gooseberry and a passion fruit straight up your nose, and that's all you get to smell, because it just completely dominated that. But you do get that kind of lovely kind of textural kind of palate weight that finishes nice and dry, and that's one thing I would say about both of these wines, is they finish dry rather than you get kind of some sweetness, which is sometimes alcohol based, sometimes they've left some sugar in there to make it sweet and attractive to certain kind of markets and made very commercially, but these both finish dry. But you do get that gooseberry character, and I remember kind of scrumping gooseberries as a kid, and this takes me back all the way to my childhood. It's more textural. It's definitely more of a food wine. So as Marlborough Savvy goes, I'm going to score it 87 points and probably 86 points. I mean, this was just like an unfinished jigsaw. It was slightly disjointed, especially with that alcoholic kind of heat or slight imbalance in there, which perturbed me slightly. But this one, I mean, if you're ever chasing a savvy to have kind of that afternoon kind of drink, then I would say, I'd recommend that one. I think the retail price is about $30 for that, and the Hansoff I think is about 24 or something like that. So pretty expensive Savies as Savvy goes, especially with this competitive market, which has driven prices way down, and some of the guys out there are struggling, which is a bit of a shame, because they're, one thing I'd like to see is more grape growers make a cooperative and make wine, rather than just pump wine into kind of any old kind of Montana juice and stuff like this. To actually get out there and actually do their own wine and release it and try to chase it up around using kind of social media and stuff like that, which obviously for Aaron at Fiasco Wines is working really well. And yeah, and just get out there and give it a go, and a bit more diversity kind of like can only be a good thing for Marlborough Sauvignon. And anyway, no one's found the wine, which is quite good, although I feel people are getting a bit frustrated, but I can't actually just kind of leave a marker there, because I mean it's a $700 bottle of wine, but yeah, so be. What else? Got a big announcement on Thursday, maybe Friday. Yeah, let's call it Friday, ready for the weekend. And also kind of Wine Vault TV is going to go on TV3's website, which is pretty monumental for us, being a little small wine shop. And yeah, so that wraps it up. Have a good evening.